Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we are playing a little bit of Jund Land Destruction. So this is a deck that's built around the idea of just taking out as many of the opponent's lands as possible and stopping them from being able to play the game. And the idea behind this is that although there isn't a huge amount of kind of unconditional land destruction in the Explorer or Pioneer formats, what we do have is cards like Cleansing Wildfire, or our Demolition Fields and Fields of Ruin, which essentially destroy lands, allow their controller to search their library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. We know that mana bases in this format only tend to run a limited number of basic lands, so the idea is to essentially just run them out of those, and that stops them from them fetching any lands at all when we start to destroy them. So we have multiple ways of destroying lands. So we have 4 copies of Demolition Field, 4 copies of Field of Ruin, which are functionally the same card. They destroy any non-basic land, and that land's controller may search their library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. We get to do the same. So we're running a reasonable number of basic lands to make sure that we're able to do that. We're also running 4 copies of Cleansing Wildfire, 2 mana sorcery, destroy target land, its controller may search their library for a basic land card, etc. We also draw a card. Assassin's Trophy, destroy target permanent an opponent controls, its controller may search their library for a basic land. You're getting variations on the theme here. Dire Strain Rampage, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. If a land was destroyed this way, its controller may search the library for up to 2 basic land cards, etc., etc. This one, obviously, we need to be a little bit more careful with, because if we play it at the wrong time, they get to actually ramp themselves, so that is worth paying attention to. And so essentially that's the idea behind the deck, and they will eventually be locked out of playing the game, and we can win either by activating Chandra Hope's Beacon enough times, or by just bringing our companion Zerda the Dawnwaker into the deck, and then playing it and just attacking them out of the game. As we have no creatures in the main deck, then we can just use this as our companion and so reliably get access to it in every game. Then the rest of the deck is just some removal and card advantage, so we've got 4 copies of Fatal Push, a couple of Power Word kills, Brotherhood's End, good mass removal spell, a way of stopping kind of aggro decks from just aggroing us out of the game. Extinction Event does a similar thing. Escape to the Wilds is our kind of card advantage engine, so exile the top 5 cards of your library. You may play cards exiled this way until the end of your next turn. You may play an additional land this turn, so just a good way of keeping our destroying lands effects coming. And then 3 copies of Chandra's Hope's Beacon, so this is another one of our win conditions. Planeswalker that lets us copy instants and sorceries, were the first time we cast one each turn. Also add mana, exile cards from the top of our library, and deal direct damage to up to 2 targets. And then our mana base, we are running 4 copies of Sunken Citadel, which we played in a recent Lands Matter ramp deck that we were playing on the channel. But this ability to kind of double up the mana to activate land abilities allows us to activate our Fields of Ruin and Demolition Fields more effectively, but also our other win conditions are our creature lands, so 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrants and a Den of the Bugbear, so we do want to be able to reliably activate those as well. And we do have 4 Zeatora's Proving Ground, just because we do need to access all three of our colours reliably, and we are running a decent number of basic lands as a result of the way that this deck works. So that is the main deck. Then in the sideboard, we've got a couple of Thought Seizers just to bring in against particularly decks which are maybe trying to combo us out, or cards that we need to really get rid of. Alpine Moon shuts down particular lands that the opponent has. I'm thinking specifically of Lotus Field, because we can't affect a Lotus Field with a lot of our targeted removal. So we may need to use that against them. Whoops, I've just taken that out. I will fix that in a minute. 2 copies of Go Blank, again disrupting the opponent's hand. Glisser, Sunslayer, just a very good mid-range threat, similarly with the Seeker's Chariot. Just a way of kind of bringing in cards which allow us to tangle in combat and do things like that. And then we do have a couple of additional kind of anti-control bits of tech in the sideboard, so Thought Distortion is a good way of just ripping all instants and sorceries out of the opponent's hand. And then a Chandra Awakened Inferno as well, which could do a similar thing. We can bring that in, perhaps swap out one of our other 6-mana Chandras, and this one's better at just dealing with control decks. The emblems will eventually just burn them out of the game. So yeah, that's the sideboard. Pretty useful sideboard tech there. So yeah, that is the deck. Land Destruction. It'll be interesting to see how this does. It's not a kind of archetype that's seen a huge amount of play in these formats. So, but seen a couple of videos on this theme crop up recently. So yeah, let's see how this does. Thank you very much for watching, as ever. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. Plenty more content to come as we move towards a new standard set with Murders at Karlov Manor in a few weeks. So we will be looking at the new cards from that set as well. And in the meantime, let's go on to the ladder. This hand's bad. This one's slightly better, but still not great, because Assassin's Trophy we can't cast at the moment, but let's keep it for the moment. So the opponent's on Kahira, so that could be a control deck, or it could be elementals. Yep, not your classic Kahira. So... early basic land action going on here. So let's just play Hive of the Eye Tyrant and pass the turn. See what they're up to. Could be like an Orzhov control deck, I suppose. Interesting.
When I win, you're telling me. We all have things we'd rather forget.
Okay, well, let's... Right, green. Let's blow up their interplanar beacon. Grab a forest. Now let's Assassin's Trophy their planes. Of course, I would be playing an opponent who's playing more basic lands than any other deck I've ever come across, but...
I'm tired of your secrets.
Okay, let's have that on red mana. Let's blow up their pathway. Have another swamp.
We all have things we'd rather...
Sadly, I may be too late to stop their Liliana from ultimating, but let's play Escape to the Wilds. No lands. That doesn't seem ideal.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Okay, well, let's start blowing up their lands. Well, let's put Zerda in our hand, because that gives them a difficult choice with their Liliana. Yep, okay.
Tough choice.
Well, I will keep the better pile. Ooh, Assassin's Trophy. Tempting us. So I'd love to use that on a land rather than Liliana, but if I use it on Liliana, yeah, I think that's probably the right thing to do.
I knew this was a waste of time.
Just start building up to being able to cast Dire Strain again. Okay, the opponent's effectively rebuilt their mana base here, so I think all we can do is just blow up their Castle Lochthwain. So I'm not feeling remotely confident to activate our Hive of the Eye Tyrant here. Yeah, they've got all the mana back. Okay. Field of Ruin's not bad, so let's use it to blow up their Interplanar Beacon. I'll grab another mountain, I think. Now, I think I'll attack with Hive. Let's exile their Nicol Bolas, just in case. Okay, let's blow up their Iganjo. Again, I'm not feeling hugely confident here, but... Okay. Interesting. I wonder what they've got in their hand. Probably a lot of Planeswalkers that they can't cast. Power Word Kill is not terrible. So let's just keep the attacks coming. Let's get rid of Liliana here. I would like to clear out the rest of these lands. I'd like some of my 2-mana destroyed cards if possible. Chandra's Hope's Beacon is pretty good, so let's play that.
We have to win this fight. Come on, Chandra. Think on your feet.
Pass the turn. Okay, let's blow up the swamp here. Yep. Okay, that's kind of how the deck works, and we survived a Liliana ultimate there, so I'm pretty pleased with that. So I quite like Thought Distortion in this matchup. Go Blank, I think, is decent enough. And what am I taking out? Maybe Extinction Event. Brotherhood's End probably does enough. Let's have Awakened Inferno as well. Swap out maybe a couple of Thought Seizes. I don't think we need a lot of this removal. Power Word Kill, no. And let's take out one of our Hope's beacons as well. Yep. Yeah, interesting deck, this one. Yeah, good enough, although we don't have a way of casting Cleansing Wildfire yet. But we will. Yeah, I don't hate seeing Thought Distortion here. Liliana the Last Hope. It's different.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like me. I'll stop when I get my answers.
Okay, well, let's make a start. Grab a mountain. Want to keep my Assassin's Trophy for this.
Your day is mine to ruin.
Okay, well, let's blow up their other fortress here. Let's take another mountain into play. Blow up their swamp. That's a decent enough draw, I think.
I'll have this fight finished before brunch. I'm calling the shots. Don't overthink things.
What are we discarding here? I think we can discard... probably Den of the Bugbear. Double Thought Distortion I'm less thrilled about. Okay, well let's destroy Liliana the Last Hope.
This was boring anyway.
Let's just quieten down this Liliana a little bit.
You picked a fight with the wrong necromancer.
Okay, Dragon God is pretty problematic.
Remake the multiverse in my image. My intellect is without limit.
Okay, let's move on. I think we are not getting the better of them with both those Planeswalkers on the battlefield. Maybe we just need some mid-range threats against their Planeswalkers. Let's pop in a couple of Asika's Chariots. Take out Go Blank on the play. And yeah, let's do it like this. Yep, good enough. Okay, let's start. Okay, that's a pretty decent draw. So let's start running them out of non-basic lands. I will grab a forest, I think, here.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick. I'm tired of your secrets.
Let's discard swamp, I think. Yeah, that's decent, so let's activate the demolition field. Grab a swamp.
You won't be outsmarting.
I think we're discarding Brotherhood's End here. Ooh, sorry. Fun.
I am vengeance, bloody and righteous.
You fight for me now.
Temptation to play Chariot is quite high here. So I could blow this up, blow up another land. No, let's get Chariot down, I think.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
That's a pretty good draw for them. Disappointing the opponent's running so many basic lands. You do not see that hugely often, I have to say.
Until we achieve peace, we must fight for a better tomorrow. I am proud of those who walk beside me.
Yeah, with a hand like this, we should have been able to...
Rather forget.
Against normal decks, we'd be able to just run them out of resources, but... Okay, they're now out of basic lands, but I think it's too late. They've got 3 Planeswalkers on the battlefield. Our Chariot can't get through. They're about to Liliana Ultimate. Yeah, I think we can scoop this one up, disappointingly, but... oh well. We'll try again. Okay, no black mana, but we can work after that. Yeah, they can see what I'm doing here. The opponent's on the old Rakdos style deck. So let's blow up Blood Crypt. Grab a swamp. Okay, let's. Would be nice to be able to. Well, we can actually. So let's pop that into play. I do really want to blow up their Hive of the Eye Tyrant this turn, but maybe I'm waiting. Yeah, let's pop this into play on red. Let's rampage their swamp. Okay, they still have more basic lands to come. Now, depending on what they do this turn, I'm either Brotherhood's ending or I am Extinction Eventing next turn. Either way, this is not happening. Yeah, that means probably Extinction Event. Which is a shame, because I would rather destroy more of their lands, but I think we are going to have to get their things off the battlefield, so even. Have this on black mana. Okay, I don't hate that at all. So, let's destroy the Hive of the... this is slightly awkward in terms of mana, but let's destroy the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Grab another forest. Play play Escape to the Wilds. Let's put another Sunken Citadel into play on red mana. Then we do have the option of Chandering next turn. That's a technical term. Or just playing Brotherhood's End. Okay. Well, let's play another... well, the trouble is, they've got so much mana that we're not winning that way, so let's just pop Hive of the Eye Tyrant into play. So we could... If we Chandra... I think I'm definitely playing Brotherhood's End here, aren't I? So let's just do that. Let's play Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Pop Zerda in our hand. Hope for the best, I think. Okay, the opponent doesn't have much to do, so let's play Chandra. Add 2 mana in various combinations.
Use it wisely.
Oh no, not that. Play Zerda. Trouble is, as soon as they draw a Bone Crusher Giant, I'm just dead, so it is slightly awkward. So, Fable... So I could do 7 damage to this and them, and then just play another Chandra. That seems fairly decent, so let's do that.
There's still hope. This is the end. Let's go out with a bang!
Play Chandra number 2.
Fire doesn't need a plan. No plan, no problem.
Now let's Cleansing Wildfire their Blood Crypt.
You're about to.
And let's target the Swamp here. Just draw us 2 cards, which is good. Okay. Not dead yet. Thoughtseize is not bad. So let's Assassin's Trophy.
I'm ending this fight.
Let's plus Chandra here.
Got a feeling
Okay.
this'll work.
Let's Assassin's Trophy again. Now let's Field of Ruin the Pathway. Okay, well, as long as they don't draw Bone Crusher, I'm dead to exactly that. Nope. Okay, well let's do... How much loyalty is she on, actually? 7. So let's do 6 damage to both of these.
When I say burn,
Activate Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Let's activate the other one just in case. Yep. Okay. Rakdos Midrange. Go blank, I think, is decent. Chariot's not terrible. Alpine Moon, no. Awakened Inferno is fine. Our mass remove, all of our targeted removal's pretty good here. How good's Glisser? Does destroy Fable. Let's pop in Glisser. I think means we have to lose Zerda. Each permanent, has an activated ability, so lose our companion, but I think it's probably worth it. What are we taking out here? This is a tough one. Is it Escape to the Wilds, maybe? Yeah, let's try that. We know they only have, I think it was 2 basic swamps, so we want to target their red lands. Yes. Have this on a black mana. Mutavault I don't much care about here, so let's blow up Blackcleave Cliffs. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to need to kill that at some point, but probably with a fatal push will be fine. So let's play Sunken Citadel on green. Blow up their red land again. Maybe I should have played that on black, actually. Ooh, the Archfiend is interesting. That's going to have to die. Fortunately, I don't have any of my get rid of a lands and turn fatal pushes the revolt on at the moment. So let's pop Den of the Bugbear into play, give us double red. I think I'm just trophying their Archfiend here. It's not ideal, but yeah. Well, if I could guarantee I'd live one more turn, which... Okay, so if I... Brotherhood's End here, then just hope they activate Mutavault. It's not looking great. Okay, so if I just need another mana to be able to fatal push Mutavault, unfortunately, but yeah, because I go to 2, I play Chandra, I kill both of these, they then kill me with Mutavault because I don't have quite enough mana. Yeah, I think that's what happens, but let's see. Yeah, I don't think that helps. Just no way. Yeah, couldn't activate Fatal Push there. Just no way of getting none of our many Demolition or Fields of Ruin. But okay, let's take out Go Blank. Put in a couple of Seeker's Chariots. Oh yeah. Take the Companion out. Yeah, I think just do better. Yep, this'll do. I've never known Rakdos Midrange not have turn 1 Thoughtseize. Just always. Always have it. And why it remains one of the most annoying decks in the format. Okay, well I think we are turning this on for red mana. Okay, well let's lose Chariot and Proving Ground here, I think. Now let's blow up their Den of the Bugbear. Grab a forest. Destroy their swamp. Okay, now let's destroy their sulphurous springs. Grab another mountain. No, they're not giving up. Okay, that's a good draw. So let's Fatal Push their Blood Tithe Harvester. Destroy their swamp. Hey, they might have finally run out of lands. Yep. Okay, yep. Okay, very good. Oh, we finally got there. So there we are, that is Jund land destruction. I mean, I do not think this deck will ever be anything more than a meme. It's far too inconsistent. We saw that as soon as the opponent runs any more than like 3 or 4 basic lands, there's just I mean, all you're doing is just like affecting the board in no way at all. We did okay against Rakdos Midrange there, just because they only had 2 swamps, no red basic lands, and so we were just able to run them out of mana. But you know, it was fun to play, and it's very fun when it goes off. So if you do have the wild cards or the collection that allows you to play this, then I would recommend it because it is good for a bit of fun, even if I don't think it's particularly competitive. But here's the deck list one more time. So thank you very much for watching. Deck list also in the comments as usual, and hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you next time.